Hello, writers. I'm Josiane Fortin, and today I'm interviewing Wali Collins. Wally is the self published author of the book You Never Know. So it's a book of encouragements. So thank you for being on the show, and please tell us a little bit about you.
I am 5'10", left-handed. I love apple pie. Um, let's see, I floss regularly.
Okay.
Is that you want to hear other things, or those are the things you want to hear about?
Well, your career and
Oh,
what brought
okay.
you to write a book?
Okay, so my career, I was an architect, and then I decided to get into entertainment, and I wanted to be an actor. And I got advice from my parents to try stand-up comedy, and comedy just took off, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And being I had a lot of fun doing it, it wasn't work. It was just see how far this can go. Because my mother said three words to me: "You never know unless you try." So I just kept going, and I kept saying, you never know." And then I just condensed it to one word, which is you never know. And that's the
Yeah.
door, opportunities. And so I just kept going. And I was just really happy just doing what I love to do. And I wanted to encourage other people. So I started a website. And the website was designed to have people who get on and encourage each other. And every Monday, I would write a blog or some kind of encouragement so someone can work on it for that week. So I wrote over like 100 or so of them, and I said, just be a great book that people can take with them, and like basically have a friend with them, anywhere they go, or um, put it on the coffee table, or put it by their bedside. If they're traveling, take it to work. And so yeah, so that's how I wrote it, just as kind of like your book. Like a friend. The book is your friend, your buddy, who's encouraging you. So there are like 53 encouragements, and each encouragement in there is definitely going to help you get through whatever you're going through. And so I'm basically living the you never know state of mind.
Yeah. And what is the most prestigious show that you did? Not knowing if you could get it or not.
Well, the most prestigious for most would probably say when I worked with the presidents, President Obama and First Lady. That's very prestigious.
Yes.
But there are ones personally for me that I just thought that were um, goals for me is when I did a show for my mother's church. And, I grew up in that church, and everyone knows me as like little Wally, and they all came to see me perform as an adult. And so that was to me prestigious, because the people that I respect and people that know me and knew me saw me do what I do. So that's probably the most prestigious.
Okay. And how do you get those shows? Like, do you have an agent that's working for you? How does that work?
It's a little bit of both. It's a word of mouth agent. Producers see you, either online, or you get recommended by someone. Um, Here in New York, they have comedy clubs, and you get recommended, and you go on stage and audition. You do like 5 minutes, and the booker can tell if you got the chops or not. And yeah, and just go from there.
Okay. And when you decide to turn, was it blog posts? The words of encouragement was over a blog, right?
Say it again.
It was on a blog that you put the
Yeah,
encouragements
yeah.
and
It
then
was
you come like
right. It
you.
was the website.
Okay.
That I had, the neverknow.com website. And yeah, those were each, you could go to those encouragements every week.
Okay. And when you decide to self publish, did you go to the Amazon platform to self publish? Where did you
No,
go?
actually, because I stayed with the you never know state of mind, I said I'm going to publish it myself and see how this goes. And so I did a little research, and actually I had to patent the word you never know. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, and that was an experience within itself, because someone else had the word, and I was willing to go into business with them, and say you get a percentage of sales and all that kind of stuff. But they never returned any of my messages, and then I had to talk to the trademark patent people, and they tried to get in touch with them, and so finally after 6 months they killed their patent and gave me the word you never know. So that was like a big win. So then with that, I said, you know what, let me self-publish, because you never know. And
Yeah.
so yeah, and there are tons and tons of book printers. And I do travel. So I said, you know what, I'll just take my book and go to different places and sell my book after, if I do stand up, or sometimes I do talks after my talks, And so, So I mean, it's been to China. I sold out in China, in Hong Kong. So yeah, so it was like, okay, cool. And then I did a talk in a presentation in Seattle, and a publisher came to me and said, we can sell this book. So yeah, I worked with a project manager, and she was able to get it on Amazon, and it hit number 8 in the happiness category. And that was great. But here's the ironic thing about that story, if I may. So my my project manager, who was helping me work with this publishing company, she got so inspired by the book, she quit her job to live her dream. So I was like, good. So yeah, she wrote a children's book, and she's traveling the world. Good for her. And so the book works, and and the whole state of mind works, and we stay in touch, and we're cool and all that. And so the company kind of fell apart. So I said, you know what, let me work with Amazon. And so I went to Amazon, and I went to KDP department, and so I sell through Amazon now.
So did you end up publishing with the company, or like that fell through because she quit her job?
I was publishing the company for probably a year, and then basically she went to live her dream, and I tried to find another project manager with that kind of passion, with that kind of drive. No way. And I was really sad, and I could tell that the company wasn't doing so well. So yeah, so pretty much it just kind of fell apart, and it was meant to be, really. And yeah, and so I started, pushing the book on my own, which is a lot of work. And I said, you know what, let me just work with Amazon and go from there.
Okay, because you wanted to sell it on your website first, and then you decided to go with Amazon. Okay.
Right. I was trying to sell on the website first, and also sell the actual book itself, which was another thing. It's like I had to get stock, and I had to, find a place here in this apartment, for the books, and then had to carry the books and had to ship the books, and it's just like, oh my God. It's just this is a whole lot. So I just wanted to make it easier on myself, and so working with Amazon just helped.
Okay, so do you still sell on your website, or you just scrapped that and went with Amazon all the way? Amazon.
Go to Amazon. Yeah.
Okay. You don't have to do any packaging anymore.
Oh my goodness, yeah. It was just it was based. I had things were going really well, and I had like a little factory. I had I had labels, and I had my own little packing, and I had to come to my dining room. I had like a little assembly line worked out, So yeah, it was just like, wow, just so much. And then I had to take that to the post office or to the shipping, and then some didn't get there, and then I had to worry about get the tracking, all that. So
a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But people do like to get the signed copy. Did you sign them before mailing them?
Oh yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah. And what advice would you give to an aspiring author?
I would say to them, just keep going. Just keep going. Don't give up. You're one second, hold on a second. There we go. Yeah, just don't give up. You have a dream, see the goal, the end result. Just keep going. Just keep going. You're going to hit obstacles, of course, but just understand that once you're done, it's going to be glorious. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be like this sigh of, yeah, I did it.
And do you work on other books that you want to write, or you're just surfing on that one?
That one, I'm just working on that one there. I am getting bugged to do another one, and it's in my mind, and I'm working on a second book. But
what would it be about? Can we know?
It's going to be in addition to this, because these are only in this book. There's probably about there's 53 in there. And I have over 100 encouragements. And so I was thinking about just adding some more encouragements.
Okay, so it would be like a part 2.
Yeah, exactly. Part 2.
Awesome.
Hard
And
to
do
do.
you have any special tips on how to promote a book? Like you do shows and stand-up comedy, but other than that, like, do you have any tips that you can share with our listeners?
Yeah, sure. What we're doing right now, there's a site on Facebook, and there's some other sites where people are looking for authors to have a conversation with, and book lovers. It's, the web is a blessing, really, because people want, you can connect, and you can connect with folks. And so yeah, there is no lack of connecting in that way. So if you have any idea or any direction of how you want to go, just Google it, and you'll just kind of go like down that rabbit hole, so to speak, and it'll fall into your lap eventually.
Have you found that being on podcasts has been like very helpful for your sales? Like, do you see something different, like a spike when you do an interview?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's really interesting because some of the podcasts that I do, they get recorded, and then they air, months, since I recorded it, and I'll get a spike in sales like 3 months later. I'm like, what? And then I was like, oh, you know what? I did that podcast, and yeah, so yes, it does help.
Yeah, I just wanted to see like a confirmation of if this really helped, like to see if authors like really need to get on to podcasts. And
Hmm.
so thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
And do you promote yourself as a writer specifically?
Um, no, I think I promote myself as a comedian, actor, uh, producer, writer. Um, because if for some reason people's attentions kind of like peak when I tell them I'm a comedian, and they're like, oh, and then as I'm talking, I tell them that I'm an author. Then like, oh, so it definitely, I guess that as people are curious about comedians and what it's like to be a comedian, and actually have a conversation with a comedian, not necessarily hearing a joke after joke after joke after joke.
Yeah. I could see you being a motivational speaker because like that's the what the book is about, and then you can like entertain at the same
Right.
time. Like I would really like enjoy like seeing you doing a show like that.
All right,
Um,
so I should plan to see you in the audience.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
And I'd like to know, do you have tips to get more reviews on Amazon?
Well, what I did is just family and friends. Just you got to start there with family and friends. Have them, just throw a review on Amazon. And those that love you, those who care, those who want you to succeed, they'll do it for you. And once you kind of get that momentum going, and then you can just as you're selling the book or put in the notes, I'd love for you, to to write a review. Also, what I've done is that I would say to folks, listen, I'll send you a signed copy. Just promise me that you'll write a review. And it's kind of like a nice deal when they get an autographed copy in the mail from me. They know that it's like that connection's there. They want to keep that connection, so they'll write a review.
Awesome. Good stuff. And what was the hardest part um, when you decided to go on Amazon and put your book there? Like, what's the hardest thing? Is it the technical stuff? Is it the promotion?
I think what it was, and they're trying their best, and I say thank you to Amazon. They're trying their best to make it easier for authors, but it was putting in the code, the barcode, and
The
getting that.
ISBN?
Yes, yes.
Did you buy one or you got the free one from Amazon?
No, I bought one. I bought one
Okay.
because I bought one way before, before I worked with Amazon. So yeah, so I bought one, and that's mine and all that. So yeah, and and then you got to register that and blah blah blah. But that was the thing. But I think they made it easier now, and like they're constantly changing it to make it easier. But that was my only problem. But it's really interesting because Amazon, they they are making it easier and almost telling you, do this, do this. You can do this. Let's go, let's go. So it's not like there's like obstacles or putting walls up or just making it harder for you. If anything, they're trying their best to make it easier for you.
Right. Awesome. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you. And if people want to hear more about you, where can they find you on the internet?
Alrighty, so you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I'm working on TikTok, but it's Wali Collins, WaliCollins, on all three. Also, please go to my YouTube channel. It's Wait What with Wali, and it's a series of compilation videos and photos that's going to make you take a second look at how the world works and what's going on in the world. And I throw some comedy in there, and those videos and photos are going to definitely going to make you say, "Wait, what?" So it's Wait What with Wali.
Okay.
And yes, please subscribe, like, and subscribe, because I definitely want to work with advertisers and sponsors. And the more subscribers and advertisers that I get, the more likes and subscriptions that I get, I'll get some advertising and sponsors with the channel.
All right. So I'll make sure to share all those links in
Yeah.
the show notes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Merci.